Good morning, everybody, and be very welcome to today's edition of Mexico News Network's Daily Report. I am your host, Sofia Rattinger, broadcasting from El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma. Mexico News Network is your #1 source of information, bringing you positive news on Mexico's thriving and rising industries, interesting facts about our wonderful culture, folkloric traditions, and colorful customs. For more, browse through our website, www.mexiconewsnetwork.com, and follow us on social networks. And now, let's begin with today's main stories. Exfoliating is essential to achieve an even tan, and the beautiful white sand on the shore will be your best ally. Who could have guessed? Let me tell you that sand is a natural exfoliant filled with elements that will nurture and cleanse your skin, as well as minerals like gypsum, silicone, and iron. It is important to care for your skin, and even more when you are on vacations, since the sun may be incredibly harmful and you don't want to end up with burnt skin. Prior to sun exposure, we suggest you exfoliate in order to cleanse and remove any dead cells, leaving a smoother skin fully ready for the sun. So how can you exfoliate with sand? Well, it is super simple. Go down to the beach and grab some sand, mix it with seawater, and rub it softly all over your body. It's not necessary to go full force on it because the sand already has a grainy texture that will easily remove dead skin. After, let it sit for a few minutes and then rinse off. These few minutes will be enough to leave your skin softer than ever. It is very important for you to stay hydrated through the entire course of your vacations. Keep in mind that the sun exposure dehydrates the body and skin, and of course we don't want that after we achieve the wonderful glow. Moisture your skin and enjoy your soft tanned look. So next time you are relaxing on any of the gorgeous beaches of the Mexican Caribbean, why don't you give this natural exfoliant a try? And moving along, there are several ways of enjoying your long-deserved break. One of them is by living one-of-a-kind, environmentally friendly vacation. Ergo, here are some ideas you can put into practice to enjoy the greatest eco-friendly break. Let's not forget that the concept of ecotourism is based on the following premises: conserving the environment, respecting and preserving local society and its traditions, and of course, enhancing local economy. With this in mind, institutions, companies, and people have the base for creating sustainable or eco-friendly tourism. Now, going back to our needs and wants. On one hand, we have initiatives and measures introduced by companies and tourist service providers. But there are still some things you could do when traveling that could lower the negative impact your actions have on the environment. So here is our brief guide to having an incredibly amazing eco-friendly vacation to your favorite destination. First, book your vacation in a sustainable resort. Eco-friendly travel agencies are available and carry lists of these kinds of resorts from all around the world. If traveling in groups, get around by train, bus, or shared ground transportation. If you are flying, try and get a direct flight instead of connecting between several destinations. If you're going solo, always opt for shared transportation shuttle services and get around walking, bike, or even on a moped. Once you are in the dream destination, try its local food. Go to the market for fresh fruit and snacks. Ask around for farm shops, free trade, and or organic stores so you can keep fit and healthy while you are also help locals by consuming their goods. Another great tip is to take your own toilet tries in small traveling or reused bottles. Inside a hotel, you can use a traveling mug to drink at a beach or pull and save on plastic cups. All of this to avoid the generation of garbage. When touring the city, you can rent a bike, use public transportation, or if necessary, rent an eco-friendly vehicle to reduce gas emissions. Remember to wear environmentally friendly sunscreen and bug repellent. Now, all you need to do is enjoy your vacation and feel pleased you are not affecting the environment too much. Have a nice trip. In more news, Xochimilco is one of the 16 boroughs of Mexico City. It is best known for its canals, which are left from what was an extensive lake and canal systems that connected most of the settlements of the Valley of Mexico. It is definitely a landscape that contrasts with Mexico City's vast urban landscape. The lake is covered by chinampas, which were used as an ancient Mesoamerican method of cultivation and territorial expansion. Nowadays, chinampas are anchored to the lake by roots, although for hundreds of years they have generated food for Xochimilco's inhabitants. It's harder to get them the maintenance they required, which is why they either sink or decompose, polluting the lake water even more. In 1987, the UNESCO declared the Chinampas of Xochimilco World Heritage. However, currently this area is threatened by the constant growth of Mexico City, which adds more pollution and excessively exploits its waters. Even though the zone is designated in a protected area where buildings are not allowed, dozens of shacks can be seen installed all around the area, and all the sewage goes straight into the lake. Pollution currently affects hundreds of plants and animals that face the threat of extinction. UNESCO put forth an initiative in which the French government would send its planet protection representative, Nicolas Hulot, who signed an agreement with Mexico City Mayor Miguel Ángel Mancera. As part of the agreement, France donated 1.5 million euros to save Xochimilco. The money will be used to diagnose the contamination of the canals, to create strategies to clean the waterways, and find ways to protect the area's biodiversity. Isla Contoy is a natural reserve far from human reach. It is the home to about 156 species of birds, and the reef in the water surrounding it hosts many other marine creatures. It was declared a protected area in 1961. Despite its distance from human settlements, pollution has reached the shores of this sanctuary, flooding it with trash and toxic waste. To help compensate for this crime against nature, 108 volunteers from the Environmental Educators Network, Ocean Conservancy Quintana Roo, the CONANV, Contoy Island Marine Park, and the Scuba Cancun Marina joined Delfino's call to form part of the third Beach Cleanup, an event which culminated in the third edition of the Festival of the Oceans. The beauty of this natural refuge is undeniable. However, it is sad to see how the more you move away from the pier, the beautiful landscape littered with shells, snails, and coral skeletons starts to become stained with small dots of colored plastic particles, which invade the beach. With every bottle collected, a sense of commitment grows between volunteers as they keep picking up as much waste as they can, even if it means hauling it all on their backs. In total, 351 kilograms of waste were collected, which were displayed on Cancun's Malecón Tajamar. The main objective of this event was to raise the awareness for the conservation of the ocean and show people how our actions are affecting nature. Delfinos demonstrate once again how shoulder to shoulder the private sector and the society can do great things for the benefit of our planet. Stay with us, your #1 source of positive information on Mexico. We'll be right back after this break.